WPTV investigators have spent the last 3 months working to hold a roofing company accountable for jobs it now admits never got done.
We've listened to the stories of several homeowners who say they've shelled out thousands of dollars for new roofs and they're still waiting. Investigative reporter Dave Bohman has been digging into court records and he joins us in studio with this exclusive story. Dave, what did you find out?
Well, Todd, honey, we found dozens of people with tarps on their roofs or liens on their homes. And now the Florida Department of Financial Services tells me they have opened a criminal investigation. Drive through the Portofino Bay community in St. Lucie County, and you can't miss the tarps that have covered roofs since Hurricane Milton.
You could hear the roof damage during the storm. You could hear the tiles just being ripped off.
Ann McFade is a single mother who needed her roof repaired quickly after October's storm. She hired Family First Roofing Group to do the job, and she says they took a $15,800 down payment. How much work did they do?
Nothing. They took my money, and I haven't seen them back.
McFate says rain has leaked through the unrepaired roof, damaging a bedroom.
This whole wall, every time it rains, is wet.
A bathroom and floorboards in the kitchen. Where do you go from here?
I'm lost as to where to go from here. I don't have the means to recoup that money again and just come up with it and say, okay, I can fix it.
She's not alone. A blue tarp covers her neighbor's roof. Steve and Melanie Goldstein paid more than $15,000 to Family First in November.
$15,200.
Do you think you'll get your money back?
No.
Kevin Parker is renovating his home. He says he contracted Family First earlier this year to put on a new roof. Work, he says, that never even started.
At that time, I knew I was in major trouble. You know, there's nothing I can do.
So how much are you out?
I'm out over $12,000.
In Vero Beach, car wash owner Daniel Mulkey
we lost a lot of shingles.
Says he's out $14,000. Mulkey says he made a down payment in March for a metal roof. He's still waiting.
We just paid the deposit and, figured that they had a huge obligation to, replace our roof. And, they never even pulled permits for it.
WPTV Investigates received more than 20 complaints across 3 counties.
We've taken a lot of heat.
Brandon Labrador is one of Family First's owners. He says his roofing company grew too fast and could not keep up with the demand for new roofs that came from insurance mandates and storm damage. He knows customers are mad.
At the end of the day, they still don't have a product they paid for.
Correct. Yeah, the frustration's real. I would be frustrated as well.
Jeff Sammons is frustrated. Family First finished repairing his storm-damaged roof in Portofino Bay in late April, and then bad news arrived. Certified.
Yeah, I got the letter in the mail today, which infuriated me, telling me I owed the dumpster company wanting $1,200 from me, wanting to put a lien on my house. After all this.
I analyzed records with the St. Lucie County Clerk of Courts. I found 14 homeowners in St. Lucie County have liens on their property, totaling more than $164,000.
Is there anything you can do about that?
As far as the liens, my partners are handling that on the legal way. And all of that should be taken care of in a timely manner.
Our investigation into Family First Roofing did not stop on the Treasure Coast. Property owners across the state in Sarasota County also claim the company did not finish jobs after they made down payments.
$4,500.
$12,500.
I talked with a group of Sarasota County homeowners about Family First Roofing via Zoom.
I would like to see everybody get their money back.
I think they all need to be prosecuted.
My ceiling.
You can see that damaged ceiling over Terry Salazar's shoulder.
It's like frightening when it rains.
She says her mobile home constantly leaks and says Family First never fixed the roof after she paid the company $5,000.
I don't even know what the inside of the walls look like because, can't see them, but, they have to be damaged.
On its webpage, Family First blames some of its financial problems when it placed our trust in the wrong individuals to manage new locations. This resulted in significant financial loss due to internal embezzlement.
And we started seeing some red flags, so I traveled out there myself and started going to some of these job sites and started seeing that none of this was done.
But law enforcement agencies on both coasts tell me they have not arrested any former Family First employees for embezzlement. Meanwhile, the Florida Department of Financial Services confirmed to WPTV July 1st it has launched a criminal investigation into Family First Roofing.
I can tell you that there is no fraud going on. It's just been a big circle of bad luck, as you can say.
Several weeks after my investigation into Family First Roofing, its Port St. Lucie headquarters doors are locked, and the company made an announcement on its website. Family First Roofing LLC will no longer be accepting new business, as our full focus is now on completing all outstanding roofing projects we've already committed to. It added, thanks to the collaboration of over 7 roofing companies, manufacturers, distributors, and community leaders, we are working diligently to ensure that all existing projects are completed with the same quality and care our customers expect. Ann McFate was able to find a new roofer willing to finish the job at a discount.
Last night was the first night I have a good night's sleep in 6 months after all of this.
But in Vero Beach, Daniel Mulkey still does not have the metal roof over his car wash.
We have to save up money now since we lost our deposit.
Kevin Parker is suing Family First, alleging civil theft and seeking damages of almost $37,000. In a handwritten note with the court, Brandon Laverdure responded, "This is a contractor's agreement and not fraud." The document adds, the customer also did breach his contract, which resulted in a loss of 20%. Kevin Parker is awaiting his day in court.
At this stage, they need to be held accountable. They can't continue to do this and operate their business this way.
As we were putting our story together, we learned that Family First Roofing filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy last month. Now, that form of bankruptcy means a company wants to liquidate its assets to pay its debts. In its bankruptcy filing, Family First claims it is $1.7 million in debt. The creditors include 71 customers. We'll continue to follow developments in this story.
You're watching WPTV.
Tonight, a WPTV investigation uncovers a potential scam targeting local small businesses. Overseas criminals are posting fake bad reviews online. Then they demand money to take those reviews down.
It's costing area businesses customers and cash. WPTV investigative reporter Dave Bohman reveals how scammers are unfairly trying to destroy reputations for profit. Dave?
Todd, Megan, I'm investigating this scheme that's hitting business owners across Florida. The owner of a West Palm Beach company who was hit with a series of negative Google reviews over 2 days. And then he gets a text from an overseas account telling him he could pay up $200 to get the reviews taken down. He has this word for it.
Extortion?
Garth Larkin's moving company had a near-perfect reputation online.
Yeah.
70 of 72 reviews, giving him 5 out of 5 stars on Google Maps.
You know, as a business owner, you really try and do the right thing for customers.
But earlier this month, his company received 14 one-star Google Maps reviews over 2 days. One calling the workers unprofessional, slow, and rude. Another, worst moving experience I've ever had. A third claiming movers dragged furniture across the floor, causing scratches. Before the incidents, Larkin's Moving had a 4.9 out of 5 for a Google review. After the apparent extortion attempts, it went down to a 4.3 and plummeting.
A lot of people will look at our history on Google, and as older businesses, that will make them determine whether they'll work with you or not, depending on your rating.
Garth Larkin knew the reviews were fake. And then he received this text. I have received order for 30 bad reviews. Then the text offered $200 for this order if you pay me to take them down. I looked up the country code on the text. It's from Pakistan.
It's hard to run a small business, particularly when Google allows these networks of scammers halfway around the world to ruin your online reputation.
Kay Dean is a former federal investigator and a nationally known expert in online fraud. She investigated the Google Maps reviews of Larkin Moving and Delivery and put together this spreadsheet of those posting those one-star ratings. It shows those same posters and bad reviews for Larkin also turned to Google to slam a cleaning service in Central Florida, car dealers in New Jersey, and businesses in Spain, the United Kingdom, and New Zealand. Some of these businesses received the text demanding money to remove the posts or face more bad reviews, all coming from Pakistan.
There's this whole underworld of nefarious activities underpinning what the public actually sees on Google. And this includes just an ocean of fake positive reviews, fake negative reviews, and even extortion.
Just a day after I spoke with Garth Larkin, several scathing reviews of a spa in Orlando popped up. The same names posting 1-star ratings on Larkin Moving posted bad Google reviews to the Key Massage and Facial Spa in Orlando. The spa's owner tells me she, too, was offered to take the reviews down for $200. Kay Dean says Google Maps should be able to keep most of these bogus reviews from ever being posted in the first place.
My research really shows that Google is not on top of this problem. It's really they have a whack-a-mole approach, and it's really insufficient from a billion-dollar tech company.
I emailed Google 3 times, and I haven't received a response. Its website reports, last year our AI-powered detection systems blocked or removed more than 12 million fake business profiles and over 240 million reviews.
It was upsetting.
Garth Larkin's never paid the $200 to have the bogus reviews removed. His business got its 4.9-star average review back after he was able to get Google Maps to take down those fake reviews. But for 4 days, those negative reviews were online for potential customers to see.
It's upsetting because you work really hard.
Did you ever think, hey, they could cost you customers and put a crimp in your business?
100%. If it had stayed on there long term, it would be very hurtful for the business. A lot of people rely on the reviews.
If you're looking to do business with a company and you rely on Google reviews, look for this one red flag. If the business receives several bad reviews in a short period of time, chances are these reviews are fake.
All right, Dave, what's running through my mind right now watching your piece is, why are the scammers asking for just $200? Why not $500, $1,000, or even more?
It seems to be $200 is the right price point. If they go higher, the people won't pay up. Sometimes businesses panic. They pay $200. And if you look at it as worldwide, even if they get 1 out of every 10, they make a lot of money. But here's the problem. Those who pay up very often are hit again, and with the same demand. So any business should not pay that $200.
Really puts value to just word-of-mouth recommendations.
Yes,
absolutely.
You can always trust those. Dave, thanks so much.
Thank you, Dave. Now tonight, a warning, the FBI about thieves plotting to steal your home or your land right up under your nose. Now, take a look at these numbers. Now, the FBI's Internet Crime Report finds nearly 10,000 complaints for real estate fraud, and the losses totaled $145 million just in 2023. Now, that was the last year figures were reported. Now, investigative reporter Dave Bohman spoke with a woman who says her land was stolen and she's trying to get it back.
Rosalie McCurdy bought this plot of land in Port St. Lucie in 2001.
There were a couple beautiful oak trees on the property that I wanted to preserve, and they're no longer here.
When she tried to pay her tax bill in December, she learned title to the property was no longer in her name.
And they said, your lot was sold. And I was shocked. I was totally shocked.
So you learn your lot had been sold and you had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
I checked property records in St. Lucie County. The property deed for the land shows it was sold by a Rosalie Lawrence, formerly Rosalie McCurdy, in June. The record showing the deal was executed and notarized in Michigan.
Have you ever been there?
Never.
McCurdy showed me medical records where she spent most of that day at a Cleveland Clinic branch, the day the property was sold.
I just couldn't fathom it. It was unbelievable that this could happen so easily.
This warranty deed shows Manny Capital bought title to the property for $109,000 and then sold it to the home building company D.R. Horton, Inc. for $119,000 on the same day. Neither company returned our calls or emails. In a December email to Rosalie McCurdy, D.R. Horton's attorney wrote the company is actively investigating this matter and your concerns regarding ownership of the property, adding, while this matter is being investigated, D.R. Horton has stopped work on the property.
Right. Yeah.
Port St. Lucie Detective Janet Palmer has been investigating the case for 2 months.
Has a crime been committed?
Yes, there has been.
As we were putting our story together, Port St. Lucie police put out an arrest warrant for Rosalie Lawrence in Lathrop Township, Michigan. According to the criminal affidavit, Lawrence's last name was previously McCurdy. Rosalie Lawrence is charged with an ongoing scheme to defraud and the criminal use of personal information due to her impersonating Rosalie McCurdy and receiving the profits on the sale of Rosalie McCurdy's vacant lot. The affidavit lists Manny Capital and D.R. Horton, Inc., along with Rosalie McCurdy, as victims in the case. So who gets the property?
In regards to returning the property or making, the victim whole with the property, that's handled in a civil nature.
It's hard. It's hard.
Hard because D.R. Horton is listed in county tax records as the property owner. Since Rosalie McCurdy never signed off on the sale, it's unclear who will get the land. Land where Rosalie McCurdy hoped to build a home and retire.
I don't know how they could have gotten this far,
You might be asking how you can reduce the chances of this happening to you. Palm Beach and Treasure Coast counties have a program called Property Fraud Alert. That's where county clerk of court offices notify you immediately if someone is checking into any deeds, mortgages, or other official records issued in your name. We have links to it on our website, WPTV.com.